All right. What is up, everybody that is viewing right now? Welcome to another episode of Mic'd Up with Mike. Hopefully, actually, hopefully you guys can hear me. You should be able to. If not, let me know. I believe I got all of my issues fixed from last week. If not, please let me know so I can get that fixed real quick. But anyways, if you can hear me, awesome. Got another episode coming today. I am actually waiting. Brady is not here yet. I'm hoping he can join us. I'm excited to chat with him. I don't know why he's not here yet. What's up, Don? Can you hear me all right? Perfect, perfect. That's what I like to hear. Oh man, but yeah, I'm waiting on Brady. Hopefully Brady shows up. If Brady does not show up, it looks like it's kind of going to be a short show. I don't plan shows. I plan around my guests. Um, Unless, somebody hops on and says, yeah, let's chat. I can send you the link. We can have a chat. We can talk, hang out, have a good time. But other than that, yeah, we'll wait for Brady. Until then, I really hope he shows up. I was looking forward to talking with him. His paranormal tenure, what his journey's been like in the field, and you know, kind of want to hear about this tour he's got going on. See what places he's going to visit, and we're supposed to listen to one of his songs. So hopefully he joins us. But until then, I guess you guys get to talk to me, and we get to talk to each other. But yeah, until then, come on, Brady, show up. But yeah, I am still recovering a little bit from my hernia surgery. I had bilateral hernia. Still a little sore. Some stretching. Some certain spots are kind of still getting a little used to the movements, the being able to bend, and if any man's ever had hernia surgery, you know what it's like. You get it. It hasn't been fun. I actually couldn't drive for about 3-4 weeks, and that sucked. So I've kind of been cooped up in the house. Um, and in that amount of time, that I've been cooped up, I've reading a lot of the Bible, studying a lot of the Word, really wanting to put a lot of work into this show, this podcast, um, getting good, getting some great music to play, and hopefully to do what I used to do before. And I used to have my own radio station, my own online radio show, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed doing it. Let's see. No, you're fine. You're not bothering anything. My wife's just taking the dogs out. But yeah. But yeah, I missed doing this stuff, so I decided to get back into it. Doing a podcast, interviewing people, whether you're in the paranormal, you're a musician, in a band, play an instrument, own a business, entrepreneur, life coach, pastor, mentor, anything. I'm all about getting as many people on as possible to really get on here and chat and build and grow. Oh, hernia surgery. Oh, the greatest thing about it, it was funny because before I went under, well, actually before my surgery, um, my wife was telling me the worst part of surgery is getting out of anesthesia. And it was actually my first surgery that I've ever had done. I've never had surgery in my life. So it was funny because my wife had surgery done, and when she was coming out of anesthesia, she couldn't stay awake. It was hard for her to really just want to be awake. But for me, when I woke up, like I felt like I just came out of like a 5-year nap. I was just energized. Came home, made a TikTok video, just ready to go, and then um, as soon as that numbing wore off, oh, it sucked. It sucked. I think my stomach was numb for like 3-4 days until it finally wore off. But yeah, it wasn't it wasn't fun. I've been sitting around getting fat. My wife's been baking nonstop, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun summer trying to lose all this extra weight that she's put on me. Get back to landscaping. I'm sure I'll lose quite a bit right away. Plus, I have a high metabolism, so that kind of helps. Um, but yeah, again, like I said, hopefully I got some of these technical issues. It looks like I do have some of the issues that I had last week. As far as, I'm getting chats over here now like I wasn't last week. Audio seems clear. Seems like it's working pretty good. Um, but again, yep, we're live. We are here. I'm waiting for Brady. I'm hoping Brady shows up. Um, Again, if he doesn't, this is probably going to be a pretty short show. What's up, Ricky? Um, but again, we're live over on YouTube, our YouTube channel, and on my personal Facebook page. On the Facebook page, my personal one, because again, I cannot stream live from the Mic'd Up with Mike page until it's been up for at least 60 days. I ended up losing my first one. Somehow I removed myself as the administrator, and now I can't get it back. And the Facebook requirements are just dumb. So it's not worth my time. It wasn't worth my time to save a page that only had like 160 followers. So it was whatever. It's going to be a short show if he doesn't show up. But yes, Ricky, I do got to get a hold of you. I do want to get you on here. I want to get you on here and chat, man. Which, speaking of that, I am always and still looking for guests. I am scheduling right now for March. I am looking for paranormal investigators, enthusiasts, pastors, mentors, life coaches, musicians, bands, or anybody that just wants to sit down and chat. You want to talk about life, you want to vent, get some advice, I'm all for it. I did message Brady, so hopefully he shows up. If not, what do you guys want to talk about? What are we talking about tonight? Tell you what, I'll let you choose. I can't promise I'll know anything about it. Yeah, Don, it was weird because the last thing I remember was um, being wheeled out of my hospital room and going down, the hallway into the surgical room. And the last thing I remember before they did the surgery was helping lift myself up onto the bed. And then next thing you know, like I just woke up out of nowhere, and yeah, I was like, give me some graham crackers and some ginger ale. See if Brady even read the message. Well, he got the link to join, so hopefully Brady joins us. If not, like I said, it's probably going to be a short show. I don't schedule things to talk about. I schedule these shows around, the guests so that we can focus more on them than myself. This isn't about promoting me. It's about promoting you guys. So hopefully we can get them on here. There's Brady. Have you ever experienced a time jump in paranormal activity? I honestly can't say that I have. Um, I guess that what do you mean by time jump? Um, I really can't say that I have. I will tell you though, a lot of my stance and my perspective on the paranormal has really changed a lot um, since I have gotten a lot closer with Christ, since I have gotten a lot um, deeper into my faith. It has made me take a step back and reevaluate my position in the paranormal field. Um, I used to argue that doing the paranormal, wasn't a sin because the Bible doesn't say ghosts aren't real. Um, the I don't want to get too much into it, but um, it also showed me that there are certain ways that you can investigate the paranormal without it being a sin. And that's really the way I want to focus more on, because the Bible does say that the Bible doesn't say ghosts aren't real. Um, what it says is they will deceive you. So it's in the approach. It also says not to talk to spirits, not to communicate with them, because they will deceive you. You don't know what you're talking to. Um, I believe ghosts are real. I do. Because, like I said, the Bible doesn't say they don't exist. It just says just don't communicate because you don't know what you're talking to. Oh, thanks, Sarah. It's a work in progress. I changed it all around. Actually, I do. I have this here. I was reorganizing some stuff over here, and I found this. I didn't find it. It's always been over there. But I still have this, of course. The wallet you sent me. Yeah, Don. I mean, like, um, as a follower of Christ, if you want to do the paranormal, it unfortunately it is taking a step back and reevaluating things. Um, we have to be able, pretty much, we have to be able to do nothing but collect information, and with that information, we have to be able to walk away from it. Um, it's not something that we can completely agree with, and because the Bible says not to communicate with spirits, we are not allowed to initiate questions. So, um, asking if there's a spirit in the room, what its name is, things like that are sins. But if you just take a step back and evaluate, and you know, you just collect data, humidity, time of day, temperature, things like that. Um, and just gather information, and really, again, you have to be able to walk away from that information. Then that's not, a sin. So I could go to paranormal investigations and I just cannot use any of the devices. I cannot use, um, you know, uh, questions. I merely have to observe, and that's it. Uh, which I don't think is bad. I think it's easy to do, but it would be hard for me to do. Because, like I said, I do believe that ghosts do exist. I also do believe um, anything you put a lot of your attention to and your energy into is going to exist. Because, like a lot of I've collected items, I've collected things, and then when I kind of took a step away from the paranormal and stopped putting a lot of energy and um, communication into this stuff out here, I noticed I nothing happens out here at all. It's rather boring sitting out here sometimes. Um, but that's also led me to want to kind of get rid of a lot of um, the stuff that I have back here. Oh, absolutely, Aaron. Like, the greatest thing that God has done for me, and you'll hear a lot about this, probably throughout the tenure of the show. Um, I'm sure I'll get super personal with my life, um, but the way in which he healed my marriage is hands down. I could never deny Christ in the manner in which he proved to me that he was real. Um, it'll come out eventually. It'll come out one day. Um, I've said it in some places here and there where I know some people can listen, some people can hear it and read it, but um, yeah, a lot of what he's done for me is kind of a lot of the reasons why I'm still pushing on doing this podcast is kind of breaking out of my shell and getting back to who I used to be before a lot of things in life really took over and really beat me down. So um, yeah, I'm here for the questions. Definitely ask some questions. Um, it appears Brady's probably not showing up. Um, so yeah, we can have half hour of talking. But yeah, Aaron, I swore when we were kids that I would never read the Bible. I swore I would never have any sort of a relationship that I do right now. And the Bible, like I'm reading the Ethiopian Bible, um, and it's become my favorite book. I read it quite frequently, um, and I love it. I love reading it. I love interpreting it. I know a lot of people say that when you read the Bible, you not put it about your life, not put it about you, but read it about Christ. Um, and that's what I did. Is I kind of put it. Um, I kind of put myself a lot in the not in his shoes, but into the same perspective, and it really changed a lot of my perspective in life. It changed a lot of my perspective um, in my marriage, my wife. Um, yeah, at some point, my testimony will come out. I've been having a lot of people ask me about it, um, tell me to put it out, and it just it involves a lot. Um, it's a pretty long. I don't want to say long, um, but it's step by step, kind of a crucial story. Things got to make sense, and and I know it's still I'm still a work in progress. I'm still um, just focusing, still working, still growing. Um, yeah. Well, it doesn't seem like Brady is going to be coming on. Um, Maybe I'll try and reschedule. still take a couple questions. I really don't, you know. I do this podcast for people to get them on here to promote themselves and talk about themselves and, you know, um, build this show up for people and, take time away from the family. So I guess I'm not, it's Thursday night. I don't expect a lot of people to really be on here. It's not that big of a show. So I really don't expect a whole lot of questions. I'm still growing, still building, but it doesn't seem like Brady is going to show up because, like I said, I don't plan these shows. I do an intro, talk to the guest, outro, quick, easy, painless, fun. So it doesn't seem like he's going to show up. So unfortunately, it is going to be a short show because it is almost my kids' bedtime. Like I said, I do this during the week and it takes time away from my family. I haven't heard from Brady, so I guess we'll see what's going on. With that said, unfortunately, this is the end of the show. I'm sorry we didn't have Brady show up tonight. But I'm not going to let that bother me because next weekend I am super excited. I am going to have an old friend of mine on the show. I don't know if many of you will remember him, but it is my old friend Warren Cook. He will be on the show. He is the bass player from pop punk band Flag on Fire. And if you're as old as me, you might remember him from the original Yellow Card album, the very first one they ever put out. He will be joining me next week. I'm super excited to talk with him. It's been about 10 years since I have talked with him. We're going to talk about his band, see their accomplishments throughout those years, what they got going on. I know they just released some new music. I am excited to catch up with him again. Again, I am super sorry this show is short today. I do this for you guys. I take time away from my family to promote your stuff. It just sucks that my guest didn't show up so I'm going to go spend time with my family. My kids are getting ready to go to bed. Next week, I got Warren Cook, Flag on Fire. You can find us, go follow us over on TikTok at MUWM Podcast. I'm just going to show them right here. Yeah, MUWM Podcast, TikTok, Mic'd Up with Mike, Facebook, at Mic'd Up with Mike on YouTube. You will notice right there at Mic'd Up with Mike on Facebook, the apostrophe yes is between the D and the U. That is because I fudged up and lost access to my original page, and that's the best I could come up with. So, without further ado, I wish you guys the best night. I hope you guys have a great week. God bless, and I will see you guys next week with Warren Cook.